All right, let's talk about your digital toolbox. Because that's really what the internet is, right? It's not just some place we go to browse. It's a collection of incredibly powerful services that we use every single day to connect, to create, and, just to manage our lives.
So let's just stick with that idea for a second. If the internet is this giant, sprawling workshop, what are the essential tools you've got in your kit? In this explainer, we're going to open that up and look at the hammers, the wrenches, and even the power saws of the digital world, all the core services that make everything tick.
Okay, first up, let's grab the most fundamental tools in our kit, the ones that help us connect with other people. I'm talking about the social tools, the ones that build these incredible bridges between us and our friends, our family and colleagues, no matter where they are in the world. At the heart of all this is the idea of social networking. And our source material puts it in this really beautiful way. It's like an invisible thread connecting you to everyone you know. It's all about creating your own space online and interacting with this huge audience, sharing photos, videos, or just what's on your mind.
And when you think social networking, your brain probably jumps right here, Facebook. It kicked off back in 2004 and just became this absolute giant by creating a digital space for you to share your life with the people you actually know, organize events, and just stay in touch.
All right, let's grab the next tool, X, which you almost certainly remember as Twitter. Now, this is a totally different kind of social tool. It's all about microblogging, these short, super fast updates. It's basically the world's public square, where news breaks and conversations happen in real time.
But what if you're not trying to shout out to the world, but you actually have a question? Well, that's where a tool like Quora comes in. It's a massive question and answer site where you can ask pretty much anything and get really high-quality answers from people who know what they're talking about. It's like a tool for plugging into the world's brain.
So we've got to make a really important distinction here. Most of the tools we've just seen are for public stuff, posting one thing for many people to see. But what about the tools for actually talking? The private, real-time, one-on-one conversations.
And this is where a tool like Skype completely changed the game. It really brought this thing called VoIP, or Voice over Internet Protocol, to the masses. Basically, that tech just turns your voice and video into data and sends it over the internet. It meant you could suddenly have face-to-face calls with anyone, anywhere, no phone line needed.
Okay, so we've got our connection tools. Now for the really fun part, the expression tools. These are the ones that let you carve out your own little corner of the internet, find your voice, and share it with the world.
One of the classic cornerstone tools for creating online is blogging. You can think of it like a personal website that acts like a public journal. It's this amazing platform where you can just write regularly about whatever you're passionate about. Travel, cooking, tech, you name it.
So what's the actual difference between a blog and just a regular old website? Well, this slide nails it. A normal website is pretty static, right? The pages don't really change much. A blog, on the other hand, is all about being dynamic. New posts are added all the time, and they show up right at the top, newest first.
But hey, not everyone's a writer. What if you're better with your voice? Well, that's where podcasting comes in. This is the perfect tool for creators who love working with audio or video. It lets you make your own downloadable shows, which is a super personal and powerful way to tell stories and share your ideas.
Okay, so we're connecting with people, we're creating our own stuff, but wow, this is starting to get messy. We need some tools to actually manage it all. This next set of tools is all about the foundational services that bring some order to our digital lives.
And honestly, one of the biggest management tools we all use, probably without even thinking about it, is e-banking. This has completely changed how we deal with money. Forget waiting in line at a bank. Now you can move funds, pay bills, and check on your accounts right from your computer or phone 24/7. And the benefits here are, well, they're a no-brainer, right? It's all about total convenience and usually lower costs. You get way less paperwork, and since there are fewer people involved, there's even a reduced chance of fraud. And the best part, no geographical restrictions. Your bank is basically always open, right in your pocket.
But our digital lives are about more than just managing money. We are absolutely flooded with information every single day, from blogs, news sites. How are you supposed to keep up with everything without spending your entire day just clicking refresh?
Well, there's this genius kind of old-school tool for that called RSS. It stands for Really Simple Syndication. And instead of you having to go out and check every single website, RSS brings all the updates to you. It's like having your own personal newspaper delivered right to your screen.
I'm sure you've seen this little orange icon around, right? This is the universal sign for an RSS feed. When you see it and click it, you're basically subscribing to that site's content.
it is such an efficient way to cut through the noise and make sure you never miss a thing.
Okay, so we have all these amazing tools for connecting, creating, and managing. But where does all this stuff live? Where do we keep the files, the photos, the documents? That brings us to our final, and maybe most important concept, the cloud. In our workshop analogy, this is the toolbox itself.
I absolutely love this simple explanation because it just cuts through all the confusing tech speak. Think of it as a hard disk over the internet. That's it. It's just storage and computing power that you access online instead of it being physically inside your machine.
And this diagram just shows you perfectly why that's so powerful. The cloud is that central hub in the middle. It means the documents on your laptop are the exact same as the ones on your phone, because they don't really live on either device. They live in the cloud, and you can get to them from anywhere.
And the advantages are massive. As you can see right here, it's usually way more cost-effective than buying a bunch of physical hard drives. You get incredible speed and flexibility, plus what feels like infinite storage. And really importantly, the big providers offer some serious data security to keep your stuff safe.
But, and this is a big but, it's not perfect. When you hand your data over to someone else, it could become a target for hackers. And then there's the biggest catch of all. You are completely 100% dependent on the internet. If your connection goes down, so does your access to your entire digital toolbox.
So from social networks all the way to cloud storage, we've basically unboxed the essential digital toolkit that powers modern life. These are the tools that let us connect, create, and manage our entire world. But the workshop is always getting new gadgets. Which leads to one last question. What's the next tool we're all going to be adding to our kits?